Dang, with all these layoffs getting announced, it seems like every day there's another 1,000 here, 5,000 there. We must be in for some really bad times coming up.
Hello, I'm Kevin Berchelmann, and welcome to the Brazen Leader. Brazen leadership is about leading boldly and without shame. It's about leading from the front, outwardly and decisively. Every week, we'll get in the trenches here about real leadership, so watch, enjoy, and be brazen.
Layoffs and leadership. Mutually exclusive combination of words. Layoffs are becoming all too common today. Some 300 companies have laid off over 100,000 employees in 2023 alone. And those are just the ones that made the news. Tech companies make all the headlines, but they aren't alone. Diverse industries like Boeing Aerospace and Aetna Health joining in, for example. Lots to go around. Layoffs are often seen as a necessary measure to stay afloat during difficult times. Yeah, well, this ain't that. The top 5 layoff culprits are responsible for a little over half of that 100,000 total, and they are universally using a doom and gloom recession forecast as their prospective-looking rationale for these deep cuts in people. Kind of bullshit, though. Just those 5 companies alone account for well over $1 trillion in annual revenue. And that is a 15% increase over last year. Earnings for those guys, just the earnings side, approaches $300 billion, those 5, and that reflects a nearly 20% year-over-year gain. Yeah, Kevin, I know, but there's a recession coming. They got a plan. Yeah, okay, well, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Maybe we've been in one all along. Maybe we haven't. Maybe it's just cover for bad leader behavior. Maybe. For example, those same top 5 I mentioned are all 5, forecasting growth in 2023 from 5% to upwards of 12%. I gotta say, if you're using recession, they're doing it wrong. Further, if each of these companies can cut 10,000 employees, give or take, saving several billions in administrative and operating costs annually, what the hell have they been doing before today? If their business model continues to grow the enterprise at breakneck speeds after a 10% people cut, what does that say about the leader effectiveness to date? Inquiring minds want to know. Anywho, layoffs should never be a starting point. Save those for really bad times requiring the hardest of decisions. From a leadership perspective, regardless of impetus, layoffs represent poor leadership for several reasons. Firstly, layoffs indicate a failure of planning and foresight. They just do. If layoffs seem unavoidable and necessary, it means that the leaders failed to adequately plan and were unable to find a workable solution to maintain the workforce. Second, layoffs universally have a negative impact on employee morale and trust. This leads, like it or not, to a decrease in employee engagement, motivation, job satisfaction, and most importantly, that holy grail, discretionary effort. Hard to set the world on fire while keeping your head down, avoiding eye contact. Like the whole whack-a-mole game, right? Quiet quitting sound familiar about now? It's a culture killer. Lastly, layoffs can screw up the company's reputation. The negative publicity and decline in customer trust can be difficult to recover from and can make future recruitment even harder, especially for A players. So except for exceptional circumstances, unplanned layoffs generally represent poor leadership because of a failure in planning, the negative impact on morale and trust, and it can be brutal to the company's reputation. Explore alternative solutions and a more strategic approach before using this nuclear option. May require some out-of-the-box thinking, but it's worth it. Thanks for tuning in. If this was some value, a thumbs up below and clicking on subscribe would be a big help for me. Don't forget to be brazen, and that grace and accountability can coexist.